Oh god, my whole... This looks so different now, though, because of the decent speed infusion. Wait. They still call it decent speed infusion. Wasn't the name supposed to change to, like, decent wind booster or something? Listen, thank you for gifting us up, bro. And welcome back, Akai Sushi, for the 10 months. How you doing? How you doing? Run stuff for being the only streamer that ever said my name properly. My favorite. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope I said it right again there. So this was decent Sharp Eyes looks like. This is what decent Holy Symbol looks like now. And other than that, not much change. Let's see what changes. Okay. And if you go to your other memers, oh, it goes back to the very basic. Oh man, can't you just like copy the other one and then start from there? You have to start from scratch the first time. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of setting up in the beginning, but so if you're trying to set up multiple keyboard presets, and so you have to start, I'm gonna start from scratch. You can of course do just remove all, boom, and then start from there, right? There'll be a lot of stuff though. Cancel. And then to switch between them, it's gonna be probably best to have one key that's kind of out of the way. So this is keyboard 1. So I would put like keys 2 there, for example, right? Save. And then do keys up, and then put keys 3 on that same key, and then save. And then for 3, put like keys 1, and then save. So that you could like switch with like F11. I could basically switch between them, right? So there's only like one key where you're just like switching around. I imagine you have one. I probably would only have like 2 or 3 keys different. There's probably a few classes where this could be very, very relevant, but I think for most classes, you want most stuff on the most keys because you don't want to have to retrain your muscle memory to go through different stuff. But for example, if I go do will, I want the will skill on, sorry, the NPC chat on W, so I can reach it more quickly to use Moonlight. So I might switch for that, but I don't know if I want to set up a whole preset with everything exactly the same, just for that one skill to be different, rather than just switching the skill before the boss fight every time. So I'm not 100% sure how I would use it, but maybe you guys, you know, thinking about it, and maybe you guys can come up with some stuff that you would use it for. But some classes, yeah, I guess if you are playing the 3 mages and you job change, that you have a setup for Bishop and one for Fire Poison and one for Ice Lightning, and then you switch between them. But that means it's something that you're not really switching on the fly. You're switching that once in a while, right? So consumables. What I could see though is that a bunch of skills might be open, and then when you're mobbing, you can actually put like all of your buffs on the keyboard instead of having to open up your inventory and find all of your buffs, but instead you just slam them on the keyboard because there's a bunch of other stuff you don't need. Maybe for mobbing you need way fewer skills, and then you could just like piano streak across the across the keyboard and get all of your buffs up, so to speak, because if you do that, only half of them will apply, of course. But yeah, let me know what you guys plan to use this for. Yeah, bossing versus mobbing. But even then, your attacking skills and everything will probably be mainly on the same thing. I don't know. Personally, I don't see it quite yet 100%, but it definitely will have its uses. And then the second thing, of course, that got presets are the hyper skills. Not the hyper skills, the link skills. Where you see the 1, 2, 3 presets here. I see applied link skill, and then you have preset 1, 2, and 3. And of course I can apply them because I don't have any yet. And I don't have link skills because I'm in the test server. But what it will allow you to do is create presets and then just slam them all at once. And of course for mobbing and bossing specifically, this will be nice. Probably one for solo bossing, one for party bossing, and then one for mobbing, I'm guessing. And depending on your party composition for the party bossing, that might change as well. And then the main thing will be, of course, that once you switch to a preset, might be a question, once you switch to a preset and you've already switched those link skills out a few times, and maybe there is a, you know, a cost involved in switching again, then it will tell you individually per skill that needs to be switched that hit that max if you want to switch that one in specifically for the cost, yes or no. So the first few switches, you know, will be easy, but then a bunch of them later, you might have to click a whole bunch of times and spend the money, but it should be okay. So I think I'll use the link presets way more than the keyboard presets, but it depends. If you're only using a character for bossing itself, but you probably will anyway, right? Because if you're switching links on another character, a bunch of them will get unequipped, and you'll just click the preset instead, boom, to apply them all in one go, and it'll just be faster. Plus, you just have to do it right one time, and then you can make sure that you're not forgetting anything anytime. And if you slam on a preset and you're like, oh, I want to do one different, then you can still switch out an individual one, but then you'll have 11 of them already done. Remember, the link skill for the Mihail is going to be changing, so you might have to kind of redo anyway what link skills you're generally using, maybe only a little bit, because of the extra availability of an extra link skill slot if you were using the Mihail link skill to use the 100% knockback resistance, so keep that in mind.